Everybody? It's your boy, the Big Aksu Chia, and I am coming at you from Way of Wrestling. And basically, we're going to be giving our predictions. Well, my predictions, because I'm the only one here, and talking about the card for WrestleMania as I do every year here at Way of Wrestling. It is a tradition, and I'm going to hold true to it because I want to. So without further ado, here we go with the first match of the kickoff show, the Usos versus the Dudley Boys. Now, personally, I could care less who wins this match. I'm going to be honest. This is not the match of the night for me. It can turn into the match of the night. Bubba Ray and Diva know how to put on good matches. They're a great tag team together. I think they're a little bit past their prime now. I think if they want to prove that they're still a viable tag team, that they don't need to break up and go a separate direction, then I think it would be great for them to win tonight. However, I don't think they will, personally. I think the Dudley Boys will probably lose this. I'm going to give it to the Usos because obviously they're made to be the tag team championship. And honestly, this is a division that's kind of bad in my opinion. It's not like the greatest tag team division of all time. You have some, you see it coming up a little bit, and I think as more of those NXT guys get over into the main roster, we're going to see more. But for now, this is what we have. The next thing to talk about is the United States title match between Kalisto and Ryback. Now, personally, I want Ryback to win this because if you're going to start making him a BA character who is a good guy who wants to do great things, I think that you want to make him where he wants to win. I think it's time to make him do that, make him a legitimate champion, and let him win in this David versus Goliath. Sometimes Goliath needs to win, and in this case, it would make sense for Ryback to come out the victor in this. However, if you're trying to paint Kalisto as the next Rey Mysterio, this is a great program for him to do so. It's on the kickoff show, so obviously it's not going to be the best matchup of the night, but I think it's going to honestly be a changer. I think it's going to be a good match. So I would say in the long run, who I think will win, I think Ryback should win, but I know Kalisto is going to win this one because they don't do right by him. Ryback, that is. Now, for the tag team match between Brie Bella, Natalya, Alicia Fox, Paige, basically the divas that aren't doing anything. We're just going to all throw them into a match together. Now, this is my problem with WWE and the women's division in its entirety. Be it calling them divas or calling them the women's division. This is my problem with them because they are continuously doing the same thing. When we have no way or no conversation for them, let's just throw them all in one match together, and who cares? And honestly, that's the way they treat them, and that's the way I view them, because I don't care whether or not who wins this match. I don't care if it's the divas. I don't care if it's honestly, William Regal could come out and win it for all I care. It just doesn't matter to me. I just think it's just another way of talking about people who are not relevant right now. And Paige, I don't understand why she's not in this conversation for the championships and stuff. I know she's held it multiple times, but they're trying to kind of ease her out of it as if she's another AJ type person who might just leave. And they're just, honestly, what are they doing with Paige? They need to figure out what to do with her. And honestly, she should have a moment in this WrestleMania where she does something that changes the landscape and maybe even elevates her past this moment where she's not relevant right now. But if I have to care, who do I care? It doesn't matter. Pick your side. I'm not gonna give time to something that doesn't really matter. Brie Bella is never going to win, so there you go. As for the main card, what really matters, the main WrestleMania. Oh, The Rock will be making an appearance. That should probably kick off the, giving the big welcome speech and all that good stuff. All the pops and circumstances should be done by The Rock. So we expect to see that to happen. The first match should be Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles. I'm going to say Chris Jericho is going to lose this just because it builds AJ Styles as a BA. And he is a BA. It's now time that we finally get to see that, okay? So I would like to see him win this one and end this feud altogether. They don't need to take this any further to WrestleMania. The next match should be the New Day versus the League of Nations. They are the tag team champions. Oh, no, that's right. They're not even the tag team champions no more. So, who cares? At the end of the day, I think the New Day should be winning this. Last time I remember, I think they were the tag team champions. So, I said earlier that it's the other ones who are going to go for it. Honestly, I don't care. The New Day is not my cup of tea. I'm not really a fan of theirs. I'm a fan of Kofi Kingston. I'm a fan of Big E. I don't really care for them all together, so it doesn't really matter to me. So if I had to choose, because the New Day is kind of on a roll, the League of Nations honestly doesn't have anything important about it. Wade Barrett is obviously leaving, so I would say just because it's a handicap match, the New Day. Now, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. That ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. You got Kevin Owens versus the Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, and Stardust. Now, before I get started, let me say this. It would be interesting if Stardust, actually won this. Cody won this. I would love to see Cody Rhodes as the Intercontinental Champion, but they're still painting him as a supervillain. And I think that gimmick is getting kind of old in a sense, or at least, I would love to see him win this, but unfortunately, he's not going to win this. So this is between Kevin Owens, obviously, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Zack Ryder. I don't expect Zack Ryder to win this, but I expect for him to have good moments where he shines really good. I think Stardust is going to kind of show people he's not completely out of the picture, that he's not gone. I expect to see that. Kevin Owens is not going to walk away the champion. I think if you want to make this interesting, Sami Zayn for the standpoint of legitimizing another NXT guy, it seems to be WWE's mode to let them come in and win something or beat someone at a high level, seeing as now Kevin Owens is that guy. I wouldn't mind seeing him win. The next thing is a no-holds-barred match, street fight between Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose. I'm going to choose Brock Lesnar to win this. It's no-holds-barred, but it's Brock Lesnar. The end. You don't even need to say any more than that. That's the beast of a man. There's no one else in the WWE who can beat. If you have him legitimately beating The Undertaker, and it took the whole Wyatt family to beat him at the Royal Rumble, Dean Ambrose doesn't have a shot against him. So that's the way I see that. Next one, Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell, Shane McMahon versus Undertaker, with Shane gains control of WWE Raw. Undertaker obviously going into retirement. I have a feeling that this is going to be a retirement match. They do tend to happen in WWE. I would like the different guy to send him off. But who better than, honestly, a McMahon to do it at this point? There's no one viable in the WWE who can make it happen other than Brock Lesnar. If Brock didn't do it at the last WrestleMania, WrestleMania 30, then I don't see anybody else having the push and elevation in their contract to make that big step to be the guy that retired. You know, think about it like this: Shawn Michaels retired Ric Flair. Undertaker retired Shawn Michaels. You know, see how big of guys those are. If Triple H wasn't able to retire him, I personally don't see anybody else having the gall to even step up and say they can be the one to do it. You could say the Wyatt family possibly, but just no one in recent years has that credibility, that high iconic level enough. Maybe John Cena, but who knows? The Rock, who knows? So in that case, I would say the McMahons are the only viable resource to make this happen. So I'm going to say for the win, it's going to be Shane McMahon. He's going to get control of Raw. Undertaker's going to retire. The next one on here is the triple threat match between the Divas champions Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch. Now, I think that Charlotte's going to win this, and I'm going to tell you why. Sasha Banks should win. She's a great wrestler. She's the boss. I like that about her. She's a beautiful woman. They all are beautiful women, obviously, but it has nothing to do with her beauty. It has to do with who's more of a championship-looking person. Ric Flair is her father. You know, this is WrestleMania. I don't see them taking the belt from her. Just that simple. They're going to recreate the women's division. I think after on Monday Night Raw, she'll lose her championship, but I don't see her exchanging that championship at a WrestleMania. So, in that case, I'm going to say Charlotte for the win. Let's see. What's left? We did those. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. It would be nice if Kane won it, since Big Show won it last year, but I have a feeling that Big Show is going to win again. And you know, that would be awesome to create that little thing for Big Show, where I think they should have had this all along. It makes sense for Big Show to be in the Battle Royale and win it. Let's see, you have all these people in it. You got Heath Slater, you know, all these people who cannot beat him. You know, Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Adam Rhodes, Kane, Big Show, Tyler Breeze, Mark Henry. That is somebody who could probably do it. Jack Swagger, Fandango, Damian Sandow, no. Darren Young, no. Connor, Victor, I guess those are the ones from that Apocalypse team, whatever their name is. The fake Legion of Doom, I don't know their name. I don't know any name. Goldust, R-Truth, and four others to be announced. So I'm personally going to go on the line saying Big Show probably is going to pull this one out. It would be nice if Kane or Mark Henry were able to knock him off, but that would be a clash of giants. I think it should come down to those three and just have like a clash of titans moment, you know, attack on titans. But I don't think it's going to go down that way. I think pretty much Big Show's going to eliminate Kane. Then Mark Henry's going to get eliminated too. Thus, Big Show wins. Okay, so that leaves the match of the night, the World Heavyweight title match between Triple H and Roman Reigns. And I personally cannot wait till this match. They have been hyping it up. They look great together. I think they're going to beat the snot out of each other. I think we're going to get a good Triple H match. Triple H is not retired, thank the Lord, and he proved why, because he is, like I said, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So me being the biased guy that I am, I would love to see Triple H win, but I believe Roman Reigns is going to show up this time. I think he's going to beat the snot out of Triple H. I think he's going to make Triple H fall to his Superman punch. I personally think he needs to move, but I think he's going to do a really good job. They took him from coming from the crowd, and the only time they really do that is when they're about to start pushing them as champions, the same way they did with Edge, the same way they did with other ones that came through the crowd first. So I think it's almost like coming out of the crowd, becoming a star, and now taking on the championship belt. And I think that's what's going to happen in the case of Roman Reigns. I think now when he comes out, by the next time you see Roman Reigns, is going to be with a championship belt around his waist. So yeah, that's who I think is going to win, Roman Reigns. That's who I'm casting for my win for those ones. And so that is the wrap-up session of Way of Wrestling. I thank you for coming down. I'm the Big Asuchia. And thank you for coming down, and love you guys. Have a nice day. If you would like more content and you like what you see, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And thank you for supporting my channel. Have a great one.